Hey everybody, Anna Abramowitz here. Another one of those power walks. Sorry, I just climbed a hill. I promise you I'm in great shape. If you haven't been here before, then welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. And also, I got news. Check out scenariodesignsecrets.com. That's scenariodesignsecrets.com for a free case study that I have. Check it out. Spread the word, especially if you love scenarios, because damn it, I sure do. And that's what I talk about in these podcasts, and also some reflections on story integration and other things. But today I wanted to talk to you about I just saw this report. It was shared on one of those instructional design groups, and it said that people on average have, I'm not sure if it was 24 minutes per month or 24 minutes per week to learn. And there was all these emojis, underneath the the post and the research report of people, the emoji with the tear and sadness and anger. It has a lot of that. And I thought, I was actually surprised, to be honest with you guys, because I think 24 minutes is actually a lot of time. You can do so much in 24 minutes, especially over the span of a month. How fabulous. So let me tell you how you can use this 24 minutes. First of all, if you haven't already, and I mean, if you've been here before, I've probably harassed you to do this. Yes, the word is harass. To check out Broken Coworker. So go to brokencoworker.com and go through that experience. I bet you it'll feel way longer than 7.5 minutes, because that's what it is. Now, if you had 24 minutes to use of somebody's attention, and you happen to have enough broken coworkers to fill it, that would be like, let me do the math here. 3 to 4 e-learning experiences, right? Let's say you only do 2, and then you use the rest of the time, the other 14 or however many minutes, 8 minutes, throughout the month, share provocative questions. Send a mass email, targeted audience, with a scenario and say, here's your options. How would you solve it? When they reply, you've programmed it, and you can do this, to auto-reply, saying if they chose A, then they get this consequence. They chose B, and then they get to reply again to maybe get the feedback, which would be wonderful. Don't give the feedback and consequence in the same one, because you want them to experience, and don't rob them of thinking about it for themselves, right? I remember this was a couple of years back. I was talking to somebody, and they said that they hated their job because she was so efficient at it. She got everything she needed to have done in the first hour and a half, and then the rest of the day she just had nothing to do. And wonderful human being, like just a lovely lady. But, the thing we have to understand is that people have time in their day. People have Facebook in their day. Go where they already are, Facebook Workplace or whatever, or in their email box. People live out of their email box. I know I used to have this terrible habit. And put stuff there that provokes them to ask questions. If you ask a question, most people, they can't help but start thinking about it and wanting to solve it. So start putting out some provocative scenario questions and do it. Imagine if you just used, instead of building modules, all you did is you designed 24 provocative scenario questions that are contextual to your audience. It takes approximately, if not less, a minute, right, to answer a scenario question. So 24 questions in a month. My God, every day they're getting bombarded with stuff. That's so much time, right? And then that can lead to other things. And this is the other thing I want you to consider. The reason I mentioned that lady. Now, if I was at a job where I got everything done in an hour and a half, and then I had to sit around for the next however many hours just waiting for the day to end, I'd be on like audiobooks and learning sites and upskilling. I'd be on lynda.com, But I think that The reason we are interested in the things that we do, the reason you, my friend, are listening to a podcast about work stuff, really, is because this is your life, right? This is your passion. This is what you love to do. And so learning is a part of our ethos. And it's hard to understand that learning is not a part of other people's ethos. And a lot of the people that we build our learning for are not learning minded. That does not mean that it's that if you present it to them, they shy away from it. That's not it at all. It's just that that's not the first thing that comes to their mind. So what I suggest is you present them with a ton of opportunities to engage. You're basically poking the bear a little bit, right? You're like, hey, you're on Facebook, but what about answering this provocative question? So the thing is, most people have that time. I know how much time people piss away at work. They really do. Unfocused, unstructured. Well, what if you once in a while popped up with a pretty provocative question? And the thing is, when people want to, they're going to waste time anyways. Why not waste time actually looking something up to see if they're right and make it work related? That's your job, right? To provide these opportunities, seemingly, innocently. But there's a big ass strategy behind that, right? Your goal is to make everybody else's life substantially better when they discover that there are some things that they could be doing better and you have some resources to help them. That's really what we do, right? Especially if we're designing training for adults. A whole bunch of them are doing stuff and they don't want to be miserable. They don't want to be inefficient. They don't want to look bad. They don't want to be embarrassed. But sometimes you don't know that you're not doing things the right way. Well, guess what a good scenario can do? A good scenario, a good provocative question can actually make you rethink that and re-examine it, saying, hey, I thought I knew this, but I don't. Is there actually a better way? That would be so cool. I would love that. I would love to be better. I would love to be better at what I do. So that's our job. So 24 minutes. You got 24 minutes to save the world. I think that's pretty awesome. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Don't mind my panting. Maybe that's good. I don't know. Check out scenariodesignSecrets.com because I'm super proud of it. And you're going to get a lot of value out of it too. It's not about me. It's about you. Hopefully you do. If you do, heck, friend, share it. Also, if you have any questions about the stuff I talk about, which is scenarios, send me an email, Anna at annasabramwoods.com. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.